Hey there, everybody. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to episode 2 of 31 Progressive Rock Stocking Stuffers from 1971. What we're doing here this month, in case you missed yesterday's debut episode, is we're doing a daily show here where we're going to give some love to the some classic progressive rock albums that turned 50 this year that were released in 1971. Man, this is a mouthful saying all this stuff. So I've got 31 albums for you that I picked out. My favorite prog rock albums turning 50 this year. And 31 days of December, so that's why we got the 31. So it's almost like, each day I'm going to give you a different album to stuff in your stockings, right? Or add to your wish list that your significant other or your parent or whatever will hopefully buy you for Christmas and throw in that little stocking. So this particular one, and again, these are not really in any real order, okay? They're just kind of random. There's some of them might be somewhat chronological. I think, the bulk of the first half of the month will be some of the earlier ones that came out early in 1971, and I think as we get later in the month will be the ones that were released later in the year or something like that. There's no real rhyme or reason, though, for the most part. This one came out June 1971 for the OR label, and it's a good one. It's the debut album from krautrock or German space rock or German prog, whatever your favorite term is for this style of music. Ashra Temple. 2 tracks. That's all you get on here. And an amazing 2 tracks. Basically, for those of you who don't know, Ashra Temple, long considered one of the groundbreaking acts of the German rock scene. Well, because of the kind of jammy, experimental nature of their music, listed as a krautrock band. Some people call them a space rock band. Like I said, some people just call them prog from Germany, right? Whatever you want. The band comprised at this time of Manuel Gottsching on vocals, electric guitar, and electronics, Harmut Enke on bass guitar, and Klaus Schultz, yes, that Klaus Schultz, on drums, percussion, and electronics. 2 tracks, 2 epic tracks. Original album, side 1, you got Amboss, just under 20 minutes long. Side 2, you got Trauma Sheen, 25 and change, right? So this is the album right here. Pretty cool stuff. I love the artwork and the design of this. It's just kind of so creepy and spooky looking. It's got that kind of Egyptian thing sort of going on here. Let's see. Not much else to show other than that, right? Both epic tracks are very different from each other. Amboss, which is the first track on the album, contains some absolutely face-melting guitar playing. I mean, if you love just searing acid guitar solos, I don't even know any other way to call it, acid guitar solos, it's whatever, that just, and Manuel is just such a great player. I don't even know if I compare him to anybody else. I mean, it's just dripping with fuzz and feedback, and just kind of Hendrixy, kind of Terje Ripdahl at his most ferocious, kind of McLaughlin-y. I don't know. It's just, he's got a unique sound, and man, between that and the kind of bubbling electronics, it's definitely. And this is not really hard rockin' music. It definitely rocks a bit, but think of Hawkwind at their most rockin', but with not as much of the weirdness going on, and no saxophone or anything like that. Just lots of just stabbing guitar solos. I mean, it literally goes on and on and on. It's so good, and you just listen to it. It just kind of takes you over. Really amazing stuff. And then Trauma Machine, however it's said, which is the second track, the longer of the 2. That's definitely much more kind of space rocky and jazzy and just kind of atmospheric and meditative in spots, and it goes through all these different ebbs and flows, whereas the first track is more kind of go for the jugular, just with nonstop guitar shredding. The second track and it does have lots of nice guitar work as well, but it's more about the electronics and all the different layers and things like that. Just an amazing album. Really, really good. The first 2 Ashra Temple albums are just absolutely fantastic. You can't go wrong with them, although a good chunk of their catalog is also quite enjoyable. But most folks lean towards the first 2 for a reason. Great stuff. And, of course, you got the great Klaus Schultz on here, of course, went on, tons of solo stuff, and Tangerine Dream, all that sort of thing. So, but yeah, Ashra Temple, self-titled, remastered here by Manuel Gotching himself, right? The guitar player. So yeah, I would definitely, if you've never listened to this, get it. I only just got this fairly recently, believe it or not. I have never really taken much of a plunge into the whole krautrock scene up until like the last few months. I've had some certain things here and there, but never really dove that deep into it. So now I've been, checking out lots of other bands. I'm on Duel 2 and Guru Guru and Grobschnitt and, all these other bands. But there's too many of them to mention here. But yeah, that is my pick for today. All right. Turning 50 years old this year, right? Actually, it's already 50 years old, as we're celebrating albums from 1971, specifically prog rock albums from 1971. So for those of you who are waiting for me to mention, albums by, all the mainstream rock acts, we're not doing it this month. This is strictly progressive rock albums. So we're going to have some of the more popular known ones and some of the stuff that's not as well known. So hopefully you find some stuff here that you never heard before, or maybe albums that you may want to revisit that you haven't heard in a while. So that's what it's all about. So thanks for watching. Tune in tomorrow for day 3 of our celebration of prog rock albums from 1971 throughout the month of December. 31 picks, 31 days of December. 31, hopefully, stocking stuffers for everybody. So thanks for watching. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. Of course, we're here on YouTube all the damn time. See you later on, because we are here all the damn time. I am Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.